everybody. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for coming. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We have a really cool stream set for you all tonight. We are playing Anamnesis. Yes, I got
Yes.
it. First try.
Amazing.
Anamnesis by Sam Leigh.
I am so sorry for the title.
You're so good. I love it. It's so
I
good. No, you know what? Super appreciate you for challenging me the way I'm never challenged.
I still check the spelling all the time.
Oh yeah, for
Every
sure.
time. Yep.
So we're playing Anamnesis, which is a solo tarot-based ttrpg, and this stream tonight is done in concert with my friends at Knave of Cups. Knave of Cups actually does have a giveaway that they're doing tonight throughout the course of the night, which we'll give away at the we'll do the giveaway at the break here in about an hour and a half. I see that Ava already has her ticket in. Thank you, Ava. So, Anna, before we get started, because this is just a solo tarot-based game, why don't we introduce our guests today? We have Sam over here.
Thank you.
I mean, people here know me, but Sam, you're a long time, ooh-wooer, first-time caller.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So please, tell us about yourself. Tell us about the process that went behind building this game and what inspired you.
Sure. I'm Sam Leigh. I am a game designer who is in New Hampshire. I publish under Blinking Birch Games. Anamnesis is, as Amber has said, it's a single-player game that uses a deck of tarot cards to play. And the inspirations behind it, the game has a lot to do with self-reflection and with identity and how to move forward and be who you want to be. And so that's kind of a lot of the focus of the game itself. It kind of sprung out of nowhere in a way because it was the original idea for it was absolutely nothing like how it ended up being, and so it just evolved into what it is now. But it is definitely the game I'm most proud of, and also had an incredible team. Victor Winter did all of the art, Thomas Manuel did the layout, and Mark Shepard did the editing, and they were just fantastic to work with. So it's it kind of has a interesting evolution into what it became. Yep.
Oh, that's it's so cool. And I've, obviously I've read through the game a little bit over the course of the last couple of weeks since we started, started working together, and I'm just it's one of those games that I've heard of, and Cassie talks about it a lot, at Countess Cassie on Twitter.
I love Cassie.
An actual queen. If you haven't downloaded the sticker game, you should. But anyway.
Oh my god. I'm so excited. I haven't played it yet. I'm so excited.
I haven't played it yet either. I actually need to reach critical mass of more stickers so that I can play, because
I just bought a bunch of stickers for a project that I was doing, and I have some left over, and I'm like, thank goodness, because I needed them for this. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's yeah, I am a sticker user actually, but I think it's because anyway, it's the neurodivergence. Anyway, so no, but what we've played, you play a lot of TTRPGs of many types, but what particular, I'm sorry for the Q&A. I just want to make sure that people know
please.
you and your game since we're spotlighting it tonight. But what inspired you to actually write a solo game as opposed to another group game like D&D or whatever?
Yeah, I just think solo games are really fascinating.
Yeah,
they've gotten so popular over the last couple of years, which really the last couple of years has been my only time in the indie RPG scene. So kind of when it was rising in popularity was when I was getting into to the indie space, and so I've kind of started seeing it everywhere, and it is really, to me, they're really unique because they can be so personal, and group games can also be very personal, But in group games, there are multiple people who are crafting this story together,
Right.
which is fantastic, and it's an amazing experience. I love them. But with a solo game, you have a little bit more control over that narrative yourself, and so they really allow a safe space for reflection or exploration, or really diving into topics that you're interested in diving into.
Yeah.
So they were really fascinating to me. And also, sometimes, this isn't always the case, but mechanically they can sometimes be a little bit simpler. The mechanics of Anamnesis are really simple, and I am mechanics are not always my strong suit. Or
Right.
like, as a new designer, it's still something that I'm like developing, and so solo games were just kind of easier for me to work on and put together, and I could focus a little bit more on the kind of creative storytelling perspective of it, rather than kind of the gritty mechanical perspective. Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, because I muted
Sorry.
myself so that
Oh, there you go.
I muted myself so my clicky clacky keyboard couldn't interrupt you.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like that's kind of, when I wrote my solo game this year, talk about Fire Sauce Fever Dream, even though thematically very different, but
yeah.
I kind of wanted, in the same like aspect as you, like I wanted to empower people to like think a little bit outside the bun, about their about like what they and their character are doing, and to actually allow that time for introspection.
Yeah.
And that's something that like I feel like a lot of like big collaborative tabletop games don't do, and so I respect that like choice to like embrace other forms of storytelling the way that like a solo game does. I guess so. I know you've written other solo games, right? Yeah,
I've written a few, not many, a couple.
What makes Anamnesis different compared to the other games in your repertoire? Why should somebody play this as opposed to anything else you've written?
Sure. It's definitely more polished. And it actually has collaborators. I none of my other games have an editor, for example.
Fair.
Which is super helpful. Having an editor, cannot recommend it more highly if you can get one. Amazing. Amber would know, being an editor. It's also a lot of the stuff that I've published so far has been kind of sillier, which has been a lot of fun, but isn't everybody's thing.
Right.
Anamnesis is definitely more thought-provoking, more reflective, kind of gets at deeper emotions than the other games I've put out. I'm working on some other stuff that I'm hoping is going to fall more in line with that. But so far my releases have been overall pretty comical, other than Anamnesis.
Oh, moon.
I gotta read your Taco Bell game.
I'll once we're done, I'll just send you the PDF.
Please.
Like all I write are shit posts. So when people actually when people actually write like good thought-provoking content, it's just like, thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing everything I'm afraid to do. So sorry, I promise I'm like, obviously I'm listening and I'm conversing.
You are so good.
I can't run Discord on my computer and stream at the same time, so I'm just posting everything in Discord. Oh, Sylvie Snipes, thank you for the follow. Oh, Josh, I'm gonna DM you in a second. Josh, that message is very nice. Also, don't text and drive, bitch. God. He'll probably just be like, hey, I'm parked. Sorry. So, what are some, like, as you were writing Amnesis, what were some things that inspired you as you were going through this?
Yeah, so I actually I was really inspired by some other solo games that I've played. So um Anamnesis, the kind of format resembles The Wretched by Chris Bissett in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Um it's a little bit different because Anamnesis has a structure where you play through each act sequentially. And so each act is a suit. And in The Wretched, each suit represents a certain thing, but you could potentially pull from any suit at any time.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of structure that Chris Bissett set up in The Wretched is a little bit. I did take some inspiration from for Anamnesis.
Yeah.
Um, and then the first solo game I ever played, and I always like shout this out because I love it, is The Portal at Hill House by Travis Hill and Lindy Ferris Hill.
Ooh.
Fantastic solo game. It is a cosmic horror game, which I am all about.
Yeah.
And it kind of had, I just fell in love with it. It's like what made me fall in love with the whole genre of solo games. And it had like, I really liked kind of the tone and the mood behind it.
Yeah.
And I think that while Anamnesis is a little bit different, it does take from that a little. So that was an inspiration too. And then to kind of, while I was in the process of writing it, there's a lot of prompts in Anamnesis. And so when I was kind of, after I had written some prompts out and while I was trying to kind of figure out the remaining ones, I would put myself into situations that were related to that act. So for example, there's an act about walking around town, so I went downtown and I walked around for a while, and I like tried to look around and see what I was seeing that could brainstorm different prompts. So I think at one point, I saw like a family walking down the street, and so I have a prompt that's like about seeing a family or seeing a kid, and so things like that, where I tried to kind of use what I was seeing around me to inspire me, which worked really well. I highly recommend it.
No, absolutely. That makes total sense. I mean, it almost like playtesting your own game as you're writing it,
Yeah, that's really interesting. I never thought of it that way. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like so I promise the line of questioning is going to end soon. It's just
you're totally fine.
I never get to put my journalist hat back on, right? So
oh yeah.
Yeah. So for those outside, Sam and I have talked a little bit offline about like where we grew up, and it's that we grew up in the same state, so we're familiar with each other's colleges.
No, had no idea.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
So yeah, I was a journalism major. But
great. Excellent.
Yeah. So in all of this, like, what do you think makes you most proud about having written Anamnesis?
The experiences that people have had playing it and like what they've told me about it. I think I didn't expect it. It was always meant to be kind of an introspective game, but some people have told me that they used it to like explore parts of themselves through a different character, which is kind of a common thing you hear in tabletop games, but definitely with like intention, right? Like making this character who has these things going on that they're currently experiencing, and that it was kind of therapeutic in a way for them. And like things like that, and hearing people have like really emotional experiences while playing it is something that it's always amazing to hear about. It's like the best thing you can possibly hear as a game designer. So that's definitely what I'm proud of, is having made something that allows people to have that experience.
That's so beautiful.
Every game designer knows this. You know this. Like anytime anybody says anything about playing your game, leaves a comment on it, I'm like, it always just makes my day. It like really, really helps light a fire for sure.
Do you think you're going to include this in the Solo But Not Alone bundle version 3?
Ooh.
Wait, have you not heard of this?
I have heard of Solo But Not Alone. I haven't heard of the third bundle.
Kat, I can put you in touch with Kat. They're putting it together soon.
You should.
Yeah, they do it like once
Excellent.
a year.
Okay. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Because I put my very first game that I ever published was a solo game, but it's like very like it's the most rules light thing you roll a d6.
Excellent.
And it's meant to like crush executive dysfunction, and like if you're like, oh, I'm stuck,
Sweet.
I can't do my dishes, I can't do the laundry, I can't go take a shower, you like roll your d6, and like each side of the die relates to a different thing. So you do whatever is on the die. You gamify like getting you gamify like getting out of bed, and just
I love that.
yeah, so
that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah.
So I mean, so like it, the comments I've gotten on that, I was just tying it back in, like the comments I've gotten on that, like it just game designer just like, oh
yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Like it made an impact on someone, and that's like the biggest thank you of all. Like the money, I mean, the money's nice but like knowing somebody feels better or like has worked through something because of your game, it just Someone said, I've technically bought Amnesis 3 times, would buy again.
It has been in a lot of bundles. So that, yep. Yeah, I think somebody messaged me. I think the record is like 5 times at this point. Yeah.
I know I know through the world of bundles I've purchased I've purchased Thirsty Sword Lesbians like 3 times.
Oh my god, yeah.
Egg Chan, thank you so much for the follow. So as we're wrapping up this cute little Q&A portion, what would you like to plug, or do you have any projects coming up? And I guess where can people buy Anamnesis?
So I'm currently working on, I guess, 3 games,
wow.
which is debatably a bad idea. I think the one that I want to plug right now, though, even though it's still kind of near the beginning stages, is that there is currently an Anamnesis jam going on. So it started at the beginning of November and it goes all the way through the end of January. So there's already been a couple submissions, which is awesome. But I am also writing my own thing for the jam.
Yeah.
So I am making a hack of Anamnesis that introduces some different mechanics, has a different framework. And I'm very excited about it. I'm not saying a whole lot about it yet, but it takes the base of Anamnesis and kind of twists it around in certain ways, in a way that I'm really excited about. So that should be done by the end of January. But that is, Amber and I were talking about how crazy November was, so I didn't really get a lot of it done in November. So we'll see if it actually is out at the end of January. It should be.
If it helps,
hopefully.
I did just make a note to myself to join the Anamnesis jam in some way.
Oh, lovely! I'm really excited. We were just talking about Cassie. Cassie's making one. I think Jay from Planet Arcana has joined the jam too.
Amazing.
If anybody has listened to the Planet Arcana episode with Anamnesis, there's been a few people who have talked about it. I'm just so excited. So
you deserve it.
I'm hoping to have mine done too.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
This game rules, and I haven't even played it yet. I've just read it. It's good literature.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
No,
How is my video?
It's better than it was going to be in Google Meet.
Okay, cool, great. Is there anything I can do? Let me know.
No. Your video is great. It's coming in through clear on my end. It's just like the video capture to OBS is like a piece of shit. Gotcha. Anyway. All right, so let's do this. While I yeah, the video is chopping a little bit. I think what I would need to do is to get like a stronger processor for my laptop, or like an actual PC in order to do. But that's a problem for future Amber. But why don't
Sure.
you, while I am shuffling the deck here and getting. Oh wait, shit! It's by suit, right?
Oh yes, it is by suit.
All right, so let me separate everything by suit. Why don't you tell everyone at home what we're doing here?
Sure, yeah. So Anamnesis, as kind of mentioned before, it's there are certain acts that you play through. So there's 5 acts total. And the premise of the story is that you're playing somebody who wakes up and doesn't remember who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So as you play through the game, you essentially create a character. You can play it with characters who you've already created before. This actually, Friends of the Table played it for their Song Fiel season.
Oh wow! Oh shit! Friends of the Table played ANAMNESIS?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Holy
Yes,
shit!
I'm totally normal about it. Yeah. So they ended up playing it with one of their characters. So you can play it with characters who you've pre-made, but a lot of times it's played without a particular character in mind. And so you learn about this character and about their history as you play, and kind of well, I won't spoil the end, I guess. But you have each act is one suit of tarot, and each card in that suit represents a different prompt. So when you play, you draw 3 cards for each act, and then you answer the prompts that are represented by those cards. And then in order to help answer the prompts, each prompt has a question associated with it. And when you read the question, you draw a card from the major arcana in order to help guide your answer to that question. So if the question is, how do I feel about the town that I'm in? Drawing the tower is going to be very different than drawing the magician.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of it really the world really like the world and the character open up a lot as you play. It's definitely a game that's nice to go into without like a story already in mind. It's also meant to be genre and setting agnostic, so that you can use it for any sort of story. Yeah, that's kind of the basis of it.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, I'm a slut for tarot. And
ironically, oh no, please.
Oh no, I was just saying, so I love this. So yeah, go ahead. Ironically?
Oh, I had like just a little bit of experience with tarot before writing Anamnesis. Yeah, it was kind of what through writing Anamnesis, it really opened my eyes up to the wider world of tarot.
Yeah.
So I had really only I really only knew a little bit and had messed with it a little beforehand. And it's really cool. It's just like such a neat tool for thinking through things and for like figuring out. I actually think it's a really great way to process things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's another tarot-based ttrpg that I like work very closely with, and you might find an actual play of it at Girls Run These Worlds coming soon. Dylan, hello. And my friend Matthew, who wrote it, he always says like tarot is a mirror. Tarot reflects back at you what you are, interested, what you're looking to process through. Oh, thank you so much for hopping in. This is very exciting. Thank you, Dylan. So, like, and that's the way, I mean, when the first time I played Divination and Matthew said that, like, it shattered my entire world. I was like,
yeah,
tarot is a mirror. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so I have just finished shuffling all of the decks. I'm just finishing shuffling the Major Arcana here. And we
Sure.
are using, of course, I have to plug this. We are using the Darling.
I've been very sorry, go
We're
ahead.
using the Darlings deck from Knave of Cups.
Ooh.
This is a very
Hey.
spooky deck, actually. All of like the art is like oddly whimsical, but also really spooky. Completely, I mean, just it's just pure line art. This is just the Major
I
Arcana
love
here,
that.
and I love it. So. Um, yeah, so if you're interested in this deck or if you're interested in Anamnesis, God, I'm gonna fucking get it.
You got it.
You're gonna see things in the chat for Knave of Cups. They're our official sponsor tonight. That's where games like Anamnesis are located, or other solo tarot-based TTRPGs, like Welcome to the Habit Trails, which we are going to be featuring here later this month.
So excited about that.
I'm going in completely blind on that one. Like I've like skimmed through it, but I'm like, all right, Bridge.
It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So I have what I'm gonna do, because I have the oh, sorry, my voice is. I don't have COVID, which is good. I just have a cold.
Yeah, that's good.
So I apologize if my voice gives out at any time. Hold on.
You're totally fine.
I'm making sure the camera, like... Okay, sick. That's as good as we're gonna get. All right, so, y'all are gonna see, like, what's gonna happen is, we're gonna, as we go through the different suits, I'm gonna pick them up and show off whatever card that we end up pulling, so that as we go, what I would love to do, and I think... we talked about this too, as we go through play, I want to include some of the interpretations of the card in like my actual responses to the prompts.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, here's the game. Butterfingers Amber. It is gorgeous art. So
yeah, Victor Winter did all the art, including the cover.
Victor,
they're awesome.
Yes. All right, so I can turn my lights off, and then we can really get into the spooky.
Ooh, spooky.
Yeah. And I'm also gonna grab a seltzer because I need more than rum. Okay.
Delicious. Yeah. I have a tea, which is kind of my regular streaming. I don't stream. I'm not on streams very often, but I've found that a tea really helps.
I've been shotgunning tea all week because of the cold. And so,
oh no, yeah,
thank you, tea. Shout out to
yes.
tea.
Sorry about the cold though. That does bite. Yeah,
it's all good. Ooh, Melanie says, "What kind of tea, Sam?"
Ooh, it is. Oh wow, if I can only remember. Is it English breakfast? Something like that. It's a breakfast tea, but I drink it constantly. It's fine.
There's no wrong time for
decaf.
Oh, decaf. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna say there's no wrong time to have a cuppa. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Hold on. I'm trying to find. There it is. My key light's a little bit bright, so we're just gonna take it down a little bit. Okay.
All good.
Get the vibe going. Okay. I'm ready. Let's see. Breakfast time all the time. Hell yeah, Melanie.
Yes.
Huckner,
yes.
Hello. Okay. So you and I.
Also, hi Mel.
Hi Mel. And Ayo's here too. Ayo is actually one of the
Ayo.
two. Ayo in the chat, A Yolland, is one of the two spearheads behind Knave of Cups, who again, they're incredible. And if you'd like,
they really are, truly.
Like
awesome. Awesome people, awesome shop, like really great.
Yes. And if you would like to enter our giveaway for $25 towards Knave of Cups, exclamation point giveaway gives you some info. Why did I say it like that? And you can put exclamation point ticket to enter the giveaway. And so we're gonna do the giveaway at the middle, like right before we go on break. Or maybe right after we go on break. I think that works, so we can keep people. Right, so you and I talked about safety, well, just for the sake of letting the folks at
Yeah.
home huh? The folks at home, the folks at home know.
Oh, I relatable.
I've been struggling with speaking all week.
Hey,
So
you have a cold. You're good.
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, oh god, now the country song is in my head. It's fine. Don't grow up in Virginia. It's the worst. Just so folks know at home, and for Sam as a refresher, I do not like to play with eye gouging at all. I don't do it.
Same here.
Yes. I do not play characters who are pregnant or who have had an abortion or anything like that. That actually, pregnancy and all of that gives me gender dysphoria. So
Sure.
we're gonna not.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Let's see. So obviously my characters will never be involved in, like, you know, executing racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia. Like, I will never have a character that has those beliefs in their heart and wants to see them played out. I would rather not interact with those isms, but if, like, I am fighting those isms, that will be something I would like to, you know.
Gotcha. Yep.
The only other big one that I do not fuck with is, like, you ever see Color Out of Space with Nicolas Cage?
I haven't seen it, actually.
It's a Lovecraftian movie, or a Lovecraftian horror film based on, you know, one of his works. And there's this, you know, and I think this is prevalent in every, like, big Lovecraftian thing. I hate, like, bodies merging together and, like, creating, like, big weird masses of, like,
Gotcha. Good to know. Yep.
Can't do it.
Probably would it, I mean, you know, hey, people, you can kind of put an anamnesis in whatever genre.
Yeah.
Not something I would expect would come up, but good to know. Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. Yep.
But yeah, so just so you know that those are topics I will not touch, but what are some things I should avoid for you in anything that I'm working through on this game?
Yeah. I mean, you covered some of mine.
Okay.
I would say that my additional ones are any type of sexual violence.
Yes, same.
And any domestic violence.
Okay.
And also, like, harm against kids
Yeah.
is, like, an iffy one for me too.
Okay. Sick. That works.
Yep, and that's it. It kind of covers it
And if
for
at
me.
any time either of us feel weird, like we're touching on weird stuff, throw up that X card. And then
Yep. Awesome.
And that's how you have a honest and open safety tool conversation.
I would also like to add, there is a little bit of, like, additional safety stuff mentioned in Anamnesis that really just amounts to if they're, and so this is a good one for you, Amber, as you're playing it. If you ever want to skip a prompt, skip it. Like, just draw a new card. Doesn't matter why. Maybe you're uncomfortable with it. Maybe you just don't like that prompt. Just draw a new card. Yep.
Sick. That works for me.
Cool.
I likely won't skip anything unless it's just like Brent, and it is that easy, chuckleheads. Okay, so oof. All right, so separate the tarot cards into 5 decks, the 22 major arcana, all of that. All right, shuffle each deck. I already did that. Draw 1 card from the major arcana deck. All right, so I'm going to deliberately not look at my cards. I'm going to shuffle just one more time just to be like, all right.
Excellent.
Really let the fates decide. And there is a ongoing theme on this channel is the cards know what to say and when to say it, and they will not hold back. So, all right, so let's go here. This feels right. the lovers.
Ooh, that's an interesting one to pull for this, actually.
I pulled the lovers.
I can kind of describe what this card is, if you'd like. So this is the first thing you do in the game is you pull one of the major arcana, and this card is called your shadow, and it essentially broadly represents who you were in the past. So something about the Lover's card has to do with your character's past. And you can really play into it as much or as little as you want. I have definitely heard of people playing Anamnesis and kind of like halfway through the game forgetting about the shadow, which in a way is actually really cool and kind of symbolic of what the game's about.
Yeah.
So I feel free to play into it. Feel free to completely ignore it. It doesn't really matter.
Sick. I think I'm gonna definitely play into it.
It's a cool one.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I also just, I don't know if people usually play with like reverse cards or whatever. I'm just gonna choose to not play with reverse cards for the sake of like, God, I don't feel like looking up those interpretations.
That's fair. It was written, it doesn't have any rules about reverse cards, which was intentional because I wanted it to be good for just like, if you didn't know anything about tarot, to just jump into it. The hack will though, so that's the one thing I can share. Yeah, we'll see.
You heard it here first, boys and girls and non-binary twirls. All right, sick. All right, so then the shadow is the lovers, and then keep your shadow face up next to you. I'm gonna create like a cute little, like a tarot spread here.
Sweet.
All right, so there are 5 acts. Each act uses a different deck. At the beginning of an act 3, draw 3 cards from its corresponding deck. Place the 3 cards face down in front of you. Flip over the first card. Read the prompt associated with the card. Make a journal entry. Egg glasses. That is a very cute little octopus you put in there. Maybe my lover is an octopus.
Wow, who knows?
With tentacles. No.
There you go.
No, I'm not gonna.
Cosmic.
We're not gonna attract those type of listeners tonight.
We were just talking about color out of space, right?
Yeah. Make a journal. Okay, so instead of making a journal entry, because we're playing this way, I'm just gonna be like saying my response out loud, and letting people experience.
Perfect.
After you read a prompt, draw from the major. So after you read a prompt, bold of you to assume the crowd's not here. God damn it, Liz is right. Liz is right. After you read a prompt, draw from the major arcana deck. Use this card to answer the questions in the prompt. So, Hold on. Wait. Fuck. I'm confused. I think it's the brain fog. All right.
No, you're totally good. First act is Pentacles.
Right.
So the first thing is to draw 3 Pentacles cards, but not look at them yet.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
I've already pre-shuffled them.
Awesome.
Yeah, Liz, I'm definitely clip that so I can put that in my fucking ttrpg reel for sure. Shit. Okay, so I've shuffled, and so I'm gonna choose 3 cards from this.
Sweet.
1, 2. Come here. 3. All right. So we have that.
Awesome.
All right.
So the next thing, once you've gotten your 3 cards, is you essentially go through them one at a time. So for the act. So if you want me to, there's little descriptions at the beginning of each act. I can read those if you'd like.
Yeah, that would be really cool, actually.
Cool.
Hear it.
Okay. So, Act 1. You wake up in an unfamiliar place, seemingly within a town or city. You cannot remember who you are or why you are here. All you know for certain is that you are not in your home. Draw 3 cards from the deck of pentacles.
Okay.
So
Done.
you've drawn the cards.
Mhm.
So you'll want to turn over the first card, and I can read whatever prompt that ends up being.
That is, the Knight of Pentacles. And this is this card.
Ooh,
So the imagery on this
excellent.
card here, we have the knight themselves burying their face deeply into a book. They are sat side saddle actually on a horse that is carrying the pentacle, the coin itself
I
around their
love
neck.
that.
The horse itself is standing in wild, overgrown grasses. So that's some imagery to bear in mind here for this particular card.
Perfect. All right. So the prompt for night is you notice a scar on your body. Where is this scar? Do you remember how you got it? And so then you draw a major arcana that helps inform your response.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
I see what is happening here. I was like, hold on, wait, is it major? Is it minor? Oh god.
Yeah, it takes an act to get used to it, but yep.
Okay, I see what's happening here. All right, I'm just gonna pull from right here. So there's a scar on my body. I remember it. Where is it? Oh my god. I pulled the Judgment card. Oh man, already early for Judgment, baby.
Oh boy.
Imagery for this card is, oh my god, there is a person being called to the heavens by a triumphant trio of bugles. The clouds open up to reveal a bright and shining sun that are, representing heaven, heraldry, all of that. The person being called up to the heavens has faced their final judgment. They wear black wings. Sorry, this is me just. This is how I do tarot. It's just like looking at the imagery of the card first.
That's great. I think that's one of the reasons why tarot is as popular as it is. It is some of the decks are just so striking, right?
Oh my god.
I think that with any RPG that uses tarot, different decks are gonna have a big impact on your game.
Yeah, I mean, and even though Knave of Swords was so kind as to provide me this decks for this game and all subsequent games, there's a reason why I chose this deck to go with this game, as opposed to like my Vaporwave deck, or I had a friend over PAX U give me a Shadowrun tarot deck.
Ooh, I think I saw your TikTok where you showed that. That looked really cool. Yeah.
So I'm going to take some time learning that. But regardless, okay, so Judgment. How is this going to... Okay, as I wake up in this town, I think town works because there's that sense of like, everybody knows everybody, but I don't know myself, and I don't know anyone here. As I wake up in this town, there's a sharp pain right in between the blades of my back, of my shoulders.
Ooh,
where the scars now rest. There is, it is probably about like, oh my god, how long is this? Like 10 inches?
Wow.
10-inch scars, 2 of them, going down the back shoulder blades. Clean cuts.
Excellent.
Yeah, clean cuts. They're probably actually started to heal over a little bit. They're not as fresh as they once were, but these scars are definitely among the newer scars on my body at this part. Hello, Nikki. I don't know. Okay, you know what? Waking up in this town, I would say even like tucked behind, like maybe waking up actually at the base of a tree in the park in this town. Kind of obscured from everything. There's like a moment of like stretching, like my character stretching their shoulders. And the ache of like what created those scars, like stretches through as I'm like getting my bearings and then like, you know, just waking my body up for the first time, and it's a reminder like something is there, but I don't know what, and I don't know what caused it, but God, it fucking stings. It stings so bad. Yeah, I think a twin pair of scars, like lovers almost.
Stop. That is a really strong start. I'm super excited. Oh, wow. Excellent. Very excellent.
All right. So then next.
You ready for the second?
No. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles.
Ooh. Okay.
So the imagery on this card, there's a big floral arch, representing, you know, the big floral arch representing, you know, the start of something new, like a marriage, like a wedding, like any kind of consecration of vows. There is the person themselves in the center of the card does have rings on their fingers, but they're also holding a ring representing the solo Ace of Pentacles, and there's fresh flower growth coming up from the bottom. Lilies, it looks like. Yeah, representing new growth, new starts, new ventures.
Actually, I don't have the stream up, so I am enjoying like listening to your descriptions and like painting my own picture of it. Very fun.
Here you go.
Oh, hey. Totally different than what was in my head. That's cool. That's a cool card. I like that.
It is. It's a great card.
The prompt for the Ace of Pentacles is you take a moment to familiarize yourself with your surroundings. Ooh. Where are you? Ooh. So we've touched on it a little bit. You mentioned a tree, you mentioned a park, which is ironic with the flowers on the card, I feel.
That's where I pulled the inspo.
But yeah, there you go. Yeah, what other details are kind of around you? How are you feeling about where you are?
Yeah, okay. So I pulled the world.
Great.
The major arcana really said, let's fuck everything up. The world, literally this card is all about the whole world in your hands. Oh my God, will this focus? That's the real question. Fuck it. We'll do it up here. Yeah, they're oh my God, holy shit, it's the same person from this card.
Is it the hand?
No, it's the same person from Judgment.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's very cool. Okay, love that.
Yes, it's the same person from Judgment, but they've finally been called up to the heavens. They've finally come and found their calling, where they, you know, and they literally have the whole world before them. They carry the wand of the magician, and their wings are bountiful and blooming. There's the gate of heaven itself is adorned with laurels and the infinity loop, and is just surrounded by all of God's creation, a lion, an ox, an eagle, the sun. So that is the world card here. So hold on, let me, wow, it's like I have the game in my lap and I can look at it if I forgot what the prompt was. You take a moment to familiarize yourself with your surroundings. Where are you? Okay. So, you know, as I open my eyes and really drink in not hungrily, as I drink in, as if I haven't had a drop of anything in days, the world around me, what is present is, you know, it's a park, it's a public space, but at this time it's actually dawn, the start of the day. Ooh. There's not going to be much of anybody out here. in this space, and it's one of those parks where it's just filled with thick old growth trees that create like a large shadow that casting over like every casting over every inch to like protect, almost like creating its own little space within this park that belongs specifically to the confines of this area. Branches hang low and heavy over the paths. Sorry, I'm a gesturer, so
I am too. I get it.
the branches hang low and heavy over the paths, kind of, protecting, protecting people from the outside and like the sun from directly hitting people from underneath. But also, if you're not looking in the right spot, if you're not looking in the right thing, if you're not paying attention, this world can harm you. And you can run into a branch or trip over some roots. Or, the squirrels here can be feisty. But yeah, other than that, there's the sounds of early morning, of the robins starting to chirp, and the squirrels chattering as they go about their morning routines. Maybe you hear like in the distance the like pit pat of like a lone early morning runner going through, making their rounds. But despite the anxiety, despite the unsurety of not knowing where I am or even who I am, it's a peaceful spot. There's a lot of room for opportunity here, and to maybe at least get some answers. And it's not a bad place to wake up out of nowhere.
Yeah, there are certainly worse places for sure. Nice. I love that.
Yeah. So,
you ready for the third one?
Yes.
Cool.
What the fuck did I pull? Ooh. Oh man, 8 of Pentacles. So this, Sam, I'll show you the card first. So
Okay.
A very overworked person.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Very overworked person sitting at their desk. They have, how the magician has their table of all of creation. This is, it's very much like that. They have literally their work cut out for them. And even one of the pentacles has made it into the waste bin, as if like, okay, this is a rejected idea. Their hair is frazzled and overwrought. I can't get this angle right. God damn. Okay, there it is. And yeah, they're just hard at work. So 8 of Pentacles. That is.
Do you want me to read it, or do you want to read it?
Yeah, because actually this will help.
Either way.
While I get the major arcana.
Cool. I like this one. The 8 of Pentacles. Your hand closes around a memento in your pocket. What is this memento? How does it make you feel?
Okay. I have a very close personal relationship with this card. I pulled the Hermit.
Ooh. Oh, that's such an interesting one for this prompt. It's almost, I'm real curious. Wow.
I have an interesting thought on how this will go. So, imagery for the Hermit. This is a old wizened person who obviously is just beyond their years and experience. They have they stand firmly with a walking stick, a rod, a large wand, however you want to interpret it, that's wrapped in, this one has a snake on it. Ooh. They're alone in a dark forest with all of the branches of the trees barren. A long hood obscures their face and drags back behind them in a train, and they carry a solitary lantern that lights their way forward.
Nice.
So, the Hermit. I think I wake up. I mean, as I'm getting my bearings, looking around, you know, I feel the weight of a locket in I feel the weight of a locket in my pocket, like almost like maybe not a locket, but a pocket watch. There it is. I was like,
ooh,
what is this?
That's fun.
A pocket watch that has a lantern and like carved, or you know, like engraved in that front, like you know, the it's got the texture of like the metal has that, you know, like an inlay of a lantern that's shining brightly, kind of like, you know, this was given to me by somebody who knew that this would be like a weight, like a constant reminder that I would have on me, of like a path forward. And just, but of course I wouldn't know that, or I wouldn't remember, but maybe but maybe seeing that lantern on the front of that pocket watch, it's like I mean, I would say it's a tarnished gold of age and time being worn into it. There, like, you can definitely see where, like, maybe like the engraving of the lantern is like worn from like using it to like stim, or using it as like a soothing stone, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, kind of like one of these. It's got like a little thumbprint in it that you can just, like a worry stone.
I've got one of those.
Oh, Tav, thank you so much for the 10-month resub. Also, go to bed.
Hey.
Tav lives in the Netherlands. Why are you here?
Whoa. Wow. Hello.
Yeah, so there's definitely that like wear on the lantern, as like, you know, again, like at that tactile reminder of like somebody looking out for you and leading you the way forward. I probably don't understand. I mean, I probably don't like connect like who could have possibly given it to me or something, but there's like a tug in my heartstrings. There's like a like gut visceral feeling of like, okay, this is an important thing to me right now, and this is something that I should keep with me no matter what. So maybe by instinct there's that like moment of like rubbing over the lantern.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And trying to search my feelings and my thoughts for like maybe what this could possibly be an answer for, but with nothing coming to mind immediately, slip the pocket watch back in my pocket.
Cool. Oh, I love that.
Don't get the cold, kids. You know what? I'll take this over COVID. I'll take this over
going
RSV.
around. Yeah, that's true. Yep. I'm close to a college campus, and I don't think it was just that, but like it's really, really going around this fall for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, and yeah, so there's that. So that first act, right? It was just 3.
Awesome. Yeah. Yep. 3 cards. That was, ooh, I love that. I love the little pieces you've got here so far. It's really interesting to like plant those seeds and then like see what direction they grow in later acts. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah, same. I'm like, yeah, I'm keeping this in the back of my mind. I'm keeping the lovers in the back of my mind as I'm doing all of this.
Yeah.
So it's not coming out just
awesome.
yet, but you know, that seed is planted.
It's there. It's in the pot. It's in the stew somewhere. Soaking it up.
Yeah. All right. So that was our pentacles. Waking up. Oh, shuffle the 3 major arcana back into the deck. Okay, hold on. Let me do that.
Yes. Yep. So the
themes.
shadow. Oh, sorry.
No, I was like, because themes. That's what major arcana is about, is themes and
Yeah.
shit. Fuck yeah.
It's interesting when they pop up in multiple acts. We'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
But it's sometimes they just kind of show up all over the place.
That is the major arcana for you.
Yeah. Yeah. The shadow stays out of the deck. Because it's kind of stays there as a reminder. But yeah, at the end of each act, the other cards are shuffled back in.
Sick. Yep. They're back in.
Perfect. The second act is swords.
There she is. Give Carly Rae Jepsen a sword.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome. So the swords act. After getting your bearings, you walk around town. You know this town. You know it well, but you cannot remember it. Draw 3 cards from the deck of swords.
What? After getting your bearings, you walk around town. You know this town you know well, but you cannot remember. Oh my god. Whoa, fuck. Okay. All right. It's different when you like hear somebody else say it aloud, like after you've read it, and you're like, oh, okay.
Sure.
It holds different weight. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think before I even draw my cards, I think it's like, I'll give what my character does. I haven't even named them yet.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not always important,
Yeah. Yeah, my character wakes up, kind of stretches, feels the scars on their back that are definitely like they're newer, but they're not brand new.
Okay.
They have, they're in this lush, beautiful park that feels like a fortress, right? That feels like it's its own thing, independent of this town. And I mean, you see pockets of light throughout, like leaking through the openings of the branches of the trees. And it really is just like a sight to behold. And it's a nice place to wake up. It's dawn, so the sky itself is, dark-ish, but peaks of purples and pinks are coming through as the sky is gradually turning to its brilliant light. Although blight might be something I take on.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daytime blue. Oh, also, just while I'm waxing poetic here, let me just remind everyone that there's a giveaway going on.
Hey, yeah.
For $25 off at Knave of Cups, where you can buy this game, or you can buy this tarot deck. Anyway, so, and of course, like, as I'm coming to, like, the fog, kind of like the sun rising over the horizon, and night becoming day. I think there's some senses of familiarity, having light cast upon them. In the same vein, I pulled out that pocket watch with the lantern on it, with that light guiding me forward.
Love it.
With that light guiding me forward and really giving me something to hold on to. I can't quite remember if it's a family member that's given me this as a gift, or maybe did I give it to myself as a gift? Did a partner? Did I have a partner who, but whatever it is, it's the thing that's keeping me grounded. It's the one thing that I definitely recognize in this park, for sure, 100%. So I get up and, dust whatever grass, whatever little bits of dirt, off of my clothes, and start heading out into the town itself. And that's when, I think by the time I make it out to the town itself from the park, it's not dawn anymore. It's like early morning.
Sure.
The stars have faded, back into the background, and there's a little bit more movement going on. Just like there's more movement going on in my body, there's movement in the life of the town. There's more, you know, you can see people start commuting to work, people people commuting to, you know, to school, what have you. And things are slowly clicking. Like, I've definitely been here before. It's a small town, very small, you know, probably maybe a couple thousand, if that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cozy for the people who live here, who are familiar for here. And I think this is where I'm going to draw my 3 cards. I just wanted to set the scene.
Yeah. Amazing. I love it. I love this small town having such like this lush, large park right next to it or in the center of it. Just seems very welcoming.
I'm definitely taking a little bit of inspiration. So, I have 2 hometowns, Virginia Beach, and a little town, Lil, like not little, Lil, outside Charleston called Somerville. And Somerville has like these big magnolia trees and these like, I mean, you know, kudzu vine, everything all over. Oh, Eli.
Amazing.
And it, like, literally you can't go anywhere in Somerville without like having like long shadows cast over everything because of how far these trees reach into the street.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely like so where did my stack of pentacles go? I don't know what they're there. So all right, so I've drawn my 3.
Sweet.
What do? Oh, Will, thank you. I love you, man. All right. So I've drawn my 3. So I need to reveal card the first.
Perfect.
Oof. Another knight. Knight of Swords.
Hey. Whoa.
We got BoJack Horseman.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh, wow. That show. Amazing.
So the Knight of Swords is a person with like a horse head, wielding a very large sword, jumping in midair like they're about to they're about to 2-handed slash somebody upside the head, slash their head in half. The wind is BoJack Swordsman, hell yeah!
BoJack Swordsman.
So they're wearing full armor, full plate, there's chainmail, all of it. And there's a giant eagle spread across the front of their armor. All right, and so, yeah, what is Knight of Swords?
Knight of Swords. Someone asks for directions, and you're able to correctly point the way. Where was this person trying to go? Why do you know the route so well?
Okay. Fuck me. Okay. All right. So I pulled. Christ. I pulled the devil.
Oh my god. Good.
I pulled the devil,
yeah.
baby. All right, so the devil, this card obviously has Satan themselves sitting on their throne. It is a giant upside down pentacle. They have the traditional Satan, goat head with the beard and the horns. On either side of their throne is, it looks like little servants. 2 winged servants, and the Satan is discarding apples, much like the apple that tempted Eve. So,
Ooh, I'm so interested to see what.
Someone asked for correct. Someone asked for directions, and you're able to correctly put the way.
It's always a good one. I always love it when the devil or the tower comes
I
up in this
know.
game. They're just so much fun to play with.
Everyone dunks on the tower. Listen, I could go on this rant again. I go on the rant all the time. People dunk on the tower all the time unnecessarily. It's such a good card because
It's a good card.
that card tells you, fucking stop everything you're doing, raise everything, and try again.
Yeah. Yep.
And people like ignore the try again piece. They're like, no, it's telling you to try again. You have to start from scraps, but anyway, what was happening clearly wasn't serving you. Okay, sorry. I pulled the tower right before I was laid off.
Oh my god!
I pulled the tower and 10 of swords right before I was laid off. If that is a signal that job was bad for me.
Oh wow. Have you there's a podcast called The Tower. It's really, really good. It's like we're in the middle of this, so we'll go to it. It's by Tin Can Audio. Fantastic. Excellent. They're like on their 3rd season. Highly recommend it.
Hold on, the tower.
Yeah.
Oh, Tin Can Audio, you said?
Yes.
Subscribed. Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay.
They're also doing, for the Anamnesis Jam, they're making a little audio drama inspired by Anamnesis.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm so normal about it.
Yeah. These
yeah,
episodes
but the
are
tower
short
is
too.
fantastic. Yeah, yep.
All right.
Very cool.
Sick. Very cool. Yeah, I will definitely have to listen. Good knitting sound. You know, just like knit and listen to a podcast.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. So, was this me procrastinating because I? Okay. All right. I think I know who this person is, but
Okay.
they're specifically. Oh, actually, I know who this person is and where they're going. They're asking for directions to. Oh wait. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
I'm so ready.
They're asking for. Sorry, I just remembered the name of like a particular store that was in Somerville growing up, so I'm like,
Ooh.
Okay, so they're asking for directions, to Apple Tree Toys. Apple Tree Toys is like the last bastion of independently run, like, you know, it's the last independently run toy store in the area. And it was, for some reason, there's something in the back of my head that the toy store gives so many memories, and, well, not memories, just, again, it's that same gut feeling that I had pulling out that pocket watch, and pulling out, you know, everything, and like feeling that tactile sensation of the lantern on the pad of my thumb, and hearing someone ask me, hey, I think I'm a little turnaround, can you tell me how to get to Apple Tree Toys?
Yeah.
You know, gives me that same gut feeling, and there's like 2 feelings going on in my gut right now. The first feeling is, oh, I know where that is. I know where I am. I know the town I'm in. Okay, all right, cool. There's some semblance of normalcy here.
Sure. Yeah.
But there's also that second gut feeling, you know, the feeling of like, you know, the cane pulling you off stage when you've done particularly poorly in a thing. And that's from the sound of this person's voice.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. That person's voice sends me back to this moment of like, oh, shit. So I have this like warm, cozy, like feeling of like home and comfort coming from the memory of this toy store and the memory of this town. But this, you know, something in the back of my brain is saying, this person I'm talking to, they're like the most milquetoast white guy you can imagine. Like,
Uh-huh.
you know, like the ducktail, like hair that, you know
Mhm.
what I'm talking about? Like it's cropped short, but then it just kind of comes up and they like gelled like right here, you know?
Mhm. Yep.
Fucking, ugh. I hate every guy that does that. Um, in and out of character. This is Amber just dealing with their emotions. Um, every fucker that did frosted tips in the early 2000s, like fuck off. Um, but you know they're wearing like cargo shorts, they're wearing flip-flops, you know, like very like
Mm.
relaxed, comfortable attire. But like the
Sure, sure.
way this town is, it's like a little bit prim and proper. They're definitely out of place. Um,
Mm.
but
I've got a question.
yeah.
How is this person looking at you? Like, what expression do they have as they approach you?
Mm.
Is there any recognition?
I think there's a mask. There, it's there.
Mm.
There's definitely like that little flick of recognition at first, and then they know, oh,
Yeah.
mask, hide it, hide it. So,
Interesting.
um,
Interesting.
it might be something that, like, you know, in the camera that's shooting this movie, right? That
Hmm.
like, but you know, and then the quick character change was probably caught, but maybe
Yep.
my character did not catch that until the
Love
voice
that.
heard.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love the kind of pulling out from the scene and looking at the wider picture there. That's really fun. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, what's going on is, you know, I'm coming out of my cage and I'm doing just fine. Emerge, like, you know, coming, you know, like kind of like I don't know if wandering is the right word, but like coming out of the
Mhm.
park and just kind of like walking around a little bit, like maybe gone a couple blocks just to like get my bearings, you know, kind of see, you know, the morning start. And you know, they approach me in like the, you know, I eventually make it to like the town square ish area. um
Sure.
there's like a statue of the town's founder, like, um you know, standing proudly with like his like raccoon hat. I don't know. That's very Simpsons, but Jebediah Springfield, that's it. No.
Good.
um
Excellent.
so yeah, I think it's actually like in front of this like statue that the person like spots me and they're like, oh, hello. um yeah, there's that moment of recognition and then masking, because maybe it's like this moment, like, oh, I definitely have to check on them.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that, like, they're asking how to get to Apple Tree Twist, not because they're lost, not because they really desperately need a Tickle Me Elmo, but what they need is to maybe reawaken that memory of where I am, who
Oh,
I am, what's going on.
yeah.
So, does that make sense?
Interesting. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I am fascinated.
Yeah, I know who this
Ooh,
person
okay,
is.
okay.
Okay.
I'm excited to find out. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome,
Next
awesome,
question.
awesome.
I know that took forever to get to. I just like I had
No,
like
this is
every thought
fantastic.
at once, and I needed to.
Good.
All right.
I love it.
Okay. Oh my God, Queen of Swords. So we had knight, now we have
Ooh,
queen.
we're getting a lot of face cards.
Yeah, we are. Queen of Swords. Here you go, Sam, so you can see it.
Mm. Oh, are they all different animals?
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
So Queen of Swords, to those at home, this is the queen is sitting proudly on her throne. She is a swan, with like a, you know, with a crown atop her head, the way swans do with their feathers. And her wings also make up the throne. She's wearing a long dress, with a cloud pattern on it. She holds the sword proudly in her right hand and is releasing a flock of monarch butterflies out into the open, representing change, representing like transition, and defense too, because swans, damn, they defend. Yes, Liz is right there. Fucking swans will break your arm. Okay, I'm definitely making a cup of tea on the break. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but thank you for asking.
The queen. You paused at a building and realized you used to work here. What was your job? Do you still work here?
I'm glad I got this prompt because that's kind of what I was going for.
Oh, okay. Exciting.
Okay. So just shuffling this.
Sure.
All right. I think after this act is over, we'll go on break.
That sounds great.
Yeah, because it's
that times up well, I think, too.
Same.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. The Empress.
Ooh.
Yeah, hold on.
Ooh, okay.
The Empress. The major imagery here, the Empress herself is holding a shield of... This prompt was one of my favorites because I didn't have to change it all for ANAMNESIS, and it became even more impactful.
Hey! I've been so busy I haven't played it yet. It's right up there on my list. I'm excited.
Now you know the game designer wants to play your game. Okay, so she's holding a shield of femininity, holding a wand representing her power, giving her like a focus for her power. She has, of course, Persephone's pomegranates all on her robe. Her throne is in a field of corn, representing bounty, representing, harvest and really nurturing, culturing. I'm just getting congested again. It happens.
I'm sorry.
And then, of course, her head, instead of like actually being a person head, it is a field of stars.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah.
I've got pomegranates on my shirt.
Oh, that's so cute. Where'd you get your shirt?
It's Morning Witch.
Morning Witch.
Which I just got some of their shirts for the first time, and I am just never gonna wear anything else ever again. They're really cool.
Excellent. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just a reminder, we do have a giveaway going on that we will be pulling after we get back from break. Put exclamation point ticket in chat to enter. That is giving you a $25 gift card to Knave of Cups, who has this game available for purchase, and also a variety of tarot decks.
They helped put together the stream.
Yes, they did.
Which is a delight.
Yes. Jen and Ao have been wonderful.
Amazing.
Yes.
They're fantastic. Wonderful people.
Love you both.
Yes.
All right, so you pause at a building and realize you used to work here. I think I lead this person. I lead this... I think his name is Doug. I lead... No, not Doug. Douglas. The full.
Great.
Douglas.
Perfect. Yep. I have a very clear picture in my head.
Yeah. I lead Douglas. Like, it's like after that like gut feeling of like, oh, this is a bad person, like the name Douglas appeared in my head, and that's like, you feel like the weight of truth behind it when that, like, I felt the weight of truth behind it when that name came to mind, like, oh, I know who this is. So I'm like, even to his closest friends, he's Douglas, correct? So I lead Douglas over to Apple Tree Toys, and on the front window, it's like a bay window. There's like the bay window has like a display of toys, but like the main thing there is the main thing in this bay window is this, like, I don't want to say a standee, but like a model of an apple tree, like in the bay window itself, and it's growing tall, its branches extending out into like the reaches of the store. I mean, like extending out to the store and everything. But there's also like a big teddy bear, like a big teddy bear just propped on at the roots of the tree, and like little apples dangling down over the teddy bear. And there's it's kind of like slumped over a little bit. It's clear that somebody just didn't prop him up before closing the shop. But that's definitely where I used to work. It's like looking at that teddy bear, leading Douglas here. It's like, okay, no. Yeah, no, I was the one responsible for setting up this display. I switched this out daily. This was like, put up different scenes, maybe weekly, to, demonstrate like different, different like holidays coming up, or like different, cute little scenes from books or whatever. But the display is pretty barren, with the exception of the bear. There's there's play fruit in front of the bear, mixed in with like the play apples. There's a couple of like play pomegranates, with like the seeds that could be used as like a STEM toy, to like
cool.
And but I don't think I work here anymore. I think it's somewhere I used to work. I might have said a moment ago that I do work here. I think I very recently worked here, but I'm not an employee of this place any longer.
Yeah. That's why the display is more plain than normal.
Exactly. Like, but there's like, once I turn back to Douglas to be like, all right, we're here, he's like wearing this like smirk on his face, like he knew, like he's like, like, you picking up on him, like, And he goes, oh, thank you for taking me here. I'm very grateful. And my character's like, all right, well, have a great day.
Yeah.
Too early to have customer service voice on. And there's like,
go ahead. A question. The shop, as your character's like looking at it and realizing that they used to work here and don't anymore, what feelings are coming along with that? Is there like a nostalgia? Is there an anger? What kind of, when you're realizing that this was in your past and that you've left this place, what kind of bubbles to the surface?
I think there's a wistfulness.
Okay.
Like, some really significant memories were made here, some really important things that, like, this, again, it's a small town where everyone knows everybody, and like everyone is, you become known in the town because of where you work and like the spaces you occupy.
Okay.
And so whatever forced me to leave Apple Tree Toys was, it had to be serious, for me to leave.
Sure.
And I think there's also like a sense of regret's not the right word. It's not the right feeling that I want to evoke. It's and it's not anxiety either, but it's like, you know when you like touch the stove and you like burn your hand on the stove and you're afraid of the stove for a little while. It's like that, where like there's that inherent sense of like danger, like, oh fuck.
Yep.
I think that's the feeling that I have, like looking at the store and like maybe like touching the glass and be like, something happened here, and that's why I don't work here anymore.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
The building across the street has a lantern hanging over.
Ah, stop. Yes. Ah, that's so good.
Yeah. There's a broken lantern
Fantastic.
actually over. So there's a broken lantern over Apple Tree Toys that had
God.
I still worked there,
Great.
that would have been handled. But yeah, there's a broken lantern at the store across the street. I haven't determined what that is yet. But yeah, but
Cool.
I kind of make note of that lantern. I'm like, it's good seeing you, Douglas, if that's your name. I'm gonna go, and then turn tail, and like I can feel his eye, like the prickling in the back of my shoulders appears again as he's like staring daggers into the back of my back.
Oh, love that. Douglas.
Fucking Douglas. All right. No. Okay. All right.
What?
Oh my god. For the next card, I'm very into Swords and I we have a conversation. Swords.
Nice.
Swords is a suit I talk to a lot.
Okay. Is this a friend that you just pulled?
Define friend with 8 of swords.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Hello.
8 of swords. Yeah. This card, the imagery on this card is very evocative. There's a person blinded, or covered with actually, in most depictions of this card, there's somebody with a blindfold. This person is blinded by their own hair.
Oh.
And they're tied up tight, like almost like in a straitjacket, and it's haphazardly tied up. An array tarot jump scare. Fuck yeah, that is very true. There is almost like there's an array of swords around them, as if they were to either move in any direction, they could potentially be cut, or if they move just right, they'll cut the ropes that bind them. And their hair that is obscuring their face flows around them like water, like a river. So, God, tarot jump scare is gonna sit with me.
It does feel like that sometimes.
Yeah, so I am planning on getting a 10 of swords tattoo. I'm trying to find like the deck.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find like the deck imagery that speaks the most to me for a 10 of swords.
Yeah.
But that's like that's why I'm poison dart frog. That's like my, like big flashing warning sign, like get out. And that's also like the card I resonate with the most. So,
It's a good one.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tells you when you need to get the fuck out. Or when
that's true.
All right, so.
Okay, so 8.
Yes.
You passed a place of worship. What is this place? How do you feel when you look upon it? Oh, oh, good. You have ideas.
I do have ideas. Oh man.
I'm very excited.
Don't.
I'm so excited.
Growing up in the deep south, there's hella places of worship. What flavor do you want? What flavor do you want? Do you want Southern Baptist? Do you want Adventist? Do you want
Oh boy.
Do you want Assemblies of God? I went to a fucking Assemblies of God. That's a cult.
Whoa, I haven't even heard of that one.
Yeah, my mom took us to like it was like a precursor to like the big like name brand mega churches.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I hate the phrase name brand mega church, and I know I just made that up, but I mean it's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So yeah, Assemblies of God are fucked up. They teach you some real fuck shit. Okay. So I think I know the exact place of worship this is. Oh my god. All right. I pulled High Priestess.
Stop.
I pulled High Priestess. Oh, we got we have more of the pomegranate imagery.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have so the High Priestess herself is standing before a field of stark black and white, representing the blackness and whiteness of her values. She is covered in a veil with a crown of candles around it, kind of guiding her path, but also like, you know, speaking to her devotion to her, not only her like ideals, but also like her God. She is surrounded by pomegranates representing the divine feminine, but also she holds in her hand like a scroll that house like the tenets that of her faith. And there's, you know, a big eclipse of you know, the sun and a crescent moon, you know, kind of representing like all of these things coming together and coalescing. So yeah, High Priestess. You want to talk some fuck shit? Okay, so High Priestess combined with Eight of Swords. Okay, hold on. All right. So
this is definitely a fun prompt to get with what you're weaving so far. I'm excited.
For most people, for most normal people, churches are meant to provide a place of comfort, provide a place of warmth, of community, of gathering, of knowing whoever is inside just wants the best for you. And there's a myriad of reasons why someone would lose faith in a church, specifically a robust Baptist church that's been rooted in this community for over a century, if not more. And the steeple of this church is kind of like the major like landmark in town, you know, because it is the steeple itself, you know, is actually a giant like stained glass depiction of it's a giant stained glass depiction of kind of Jesus himself like holding a lantern to shepherd, you know, his children, his disciples and everything. But
lantern in there, yeah.
But right now, it's like a, you know, things that are higher up off the ground are also very prone to be struck by lightning, and so this is very much the case. The stained glass, you know, if you look, my character looking upon this knows that's what the steeple is supposed to look like. It's supposed to have this big custom rendered panel of stained glass depicting Jesus with his lantern surrounded by the sheep of his disciples. However, lightning struck this town fairly recently, a very severe lightning storm. And with the steeple being the highest thing in terms of elevation here, lightning smote. This church done got smote.
Oh boy.
And so the stained glass panel, the stained glass panel is shattered.
Yeah.
And so there's like bits still holding on to it, but of course, like, it's not what it used to be, and it's probably going to be impossible to get the same, like, the same rendering of this. I know I'm going into much detail about this, but
No, this is great. I've got like such a great picture in my head right now. This is fantastic.
Do I have religious trauma from growing up in multiple cults? No, I don't. So, well, okay. We ended up like escaping each like big church before like they really got their claws into us. But yeah, anyway.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be a Baptist. Form your own path. So, that being said, that sense of dread and like that sense, like, again, that like eerie like through line of something's not right here. There's like some weird nonsense that has been happening in this town, that has been permeating my thoughts and feelings ever since I woke up, like surges through my body once again and manifests itself into like a series of chills that like start at the toes and like roll their way up my body. And it's like this, the scars on my back are in searing pain, like they've never been since I've woken up, you know, in the past hour or so. It's just like seeing the church in that way, and like I can almost like see the pews like have been like rearranged in some way to like make room, you know, for like a big something. But it's I can feel like the weight of the pocket watch like sitting heavy in my pocket, and like I'm like fighting temptation to like pick it up and kind of, you know, rub my thumb on it as I like go to mount the stairs leading up. Like they're like brick stairs that like I'm imagining like the way I'm imagining it's like have you seen Rocky Horror? You know, the church at the beginning of the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very much imagining that.
Very good.
Yeah, like very stark white, like stable looking church with like the brick stairs leading up. Yeah, that's it. Like it's just a sense of dread and like knowing something bad happened there, and I think the something bad that happened there is connected to the smotening.
The smotening. That's so good.
So yeah, there was something really fucked up that happened in that church, and it's related to like the scars that I have, and like this like feeling that like there's somebody else that's connected to this, but I don't know who it is. I'm not like entirely sure, but there's like this like I'm tempted to pull out the stopwatch, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like the time is right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna go in and I think that's where this act ends. It's like the camera sees like my character be like, actually, yeah, let's go see what's up. Touching the ground, something fucked up happened here. Hell yeah.
Amber, your descriptions are so good.
Thank you.
You really just like I've got such a strong mental image of this town and the church and the park, and like this is really cool. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
Okay. Yeah, so we have 2 acts left, and well, actually 3. Well,
3.
Yeah, 3.
There's 3. The last one is a little different.
It is.
But yeah, shouldn't take as long as the other 2.
So
yeah,
let's do this. I desperately need to run to the restroom, and Act 5 is dessert. Yes, It's a tiramisu. You just, it actually literally
Yes.
says, go on DoorDash, order yourself a tiramisu, feel better about yourself.
It's an absolute must do rule in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
No exceptions. Yep.
Just a little fifth act for a treat. Yeah. But yeah, I need to run the restroom, make a tea, and I'm sure Sam, you need to do the same. So, friends, please enter !ticket in the chat if you haven't already to be entered for our giveaway for a $25 gift card to Knave of Cups, who are so beautiful and so wonderfully, providing us with that giveaway, sponsored the stream, connected us together. So
they're awesome. Check out their store. They're not, they don't pay me. I just, well, Anamnesis is on their store, but legit their store, I've ordered from them before. They're awesome. They're just like good to just browse. And there's so many wild things there. A lot of really cool cards and collectible things. It's just like fun to look at.
I want, like, okay, so I get my first paycheck for my new job soon, like this coming week.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. This week. And I think a Christmas gift to myself will be the Alleyman's Tarot, because I really fucking want it.
I've had my eye on that one. It's good. Yeah. Oh man, they've got some cool decks. Alleyman's Tarot looks really, really cool. Yeah.
And this deck too is also from. I know we're going to break, but I'm just doing my obligations, plugging this deck too. The Darlings deck by Caitlin Peck is also available for purchase at Knave of Cups, and it is a really evocative deck. It is actually really perfect for this game. So
yeah, I would say, it's a good one.
Hey, Ayo, I know you're in chat, and Jen. What about an Anamnesis bundle with this game and this deck? I'm just marketing brain. It's happening. So we're gonna take care of what we need to, but we will be right back. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight. And we'll see how this little story ends when we get back.
Right. See you soon.
Yeah. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for coming back on and hanging out with us as we play Anamnesis by Sam, who's over here. Ooh, Ayo, hold on one second, baby. You can't post links in chat.
Oh.
I got you. Automod cut my hustle and said, no, no, bad. All right. So everybody, we are, no, you're so good. It's because the first one of the first times I was streamed, I was playing Jackbox and we had a bunch of like Nazi bots come in and start like,
oh, damn.
Yeah. Because
that sucks.
it was back when hate raids were super popular on Twitch and, so I just locked down my chat. Anyway.
Smart. Yep.
Let's do this giveaway. We have quite a few folks. I'm gonna go ahead and say, go ahead and put !ticket in the chat if you would like to be entered to win a $25 gift card to Knave of Cups, where you can purchase this game, Anamnesis, by the one and only Samantha Leigh, aka Goblin Mixtape, or several other tarot-based TTRPGs, including Welcome to the Habit Trails by Ayo, who is one of the co-owners.
It's very cool.
Yes. Or pick up
Great
your
game.
I'm very excited to play that in like 2 weeks.
I am absolutely gonna be tuning in for that if I'm able to.
I'm gonna die. So if anything, Cassie has to say about this game has given me any indication of how it's gonna go, then yeah. So yes, please go ahead and put !ticket in the chat super quickly. I'm going to be closing the giveaway in a minute. But Sam, why don't you remind the audience what we're doing here tonight?
Yes, tonight we're playing Anamnesis. It is a single-player tarot game that takes you through 5 acts. We have played 2 out of those 5 acts, and so we have 3 left to go for the night. And it is a game primarily about waking up and not remembering who you are. And then as you play these 5 acts, you learn about this character, about their past, and about how they are grappling with those feelings and moving forward with them.
And before the break, we learned, we watched my character, who I think I'm just gonna choose to have nameless. Actually,
cool.
I think that's just gonna be the choice I make. Waking up with 2 big slash scars and on the back of on their back and where their shoulder blades are. They walk through this very wooded, overgrown park in a very small town, and they come across somebody from their past, Douglas, who gives them, I think the best way of putting this is just gives them really bad vibes. And Douglas tries to jog their memory by taking them back to the store where they used to work, and feeling overwhelmed by the feeling of heebie-jeebies and just bad juju. The main character goes and kind of discovers this church along the way, and the church itself has been recently struck by lightning, closed, and I think that's where we're gonna pick back up. So before we dive back in, let's close this giveaway and had to pop my ears. Okay, and the winner is Give Me a Duck username. Hey! Congratulations!
Congrats!
You won a $25 gift card to for real. You're
a lucky duck.
Oh my god! There it is. You're a lucky duck. So, Give Me a Duck username. If you follow me on Twitter, if you could very kindly DM me your email so that Ayo can reach out with the gift card, that would be great. Funding my physical Anamnesis copy. Hell yeah! There it is. There it is. Buy Anamnesis with your gift card. Yeah, DM me your email, and I will have AO reach out to you like tonight or tomorrow. Um, so, or as soon as I get off stream. So yay! Congrats on winning the giveaway. That's so exciting. Okay, let me. Okay, so let me do cups. So, Sam, why don't you give us the prompt for cups?
All right. So, Act 3. You manage to find your home. The facade is unfamiliar. You fish the key out of your pocket and open the door. Draw 3 cards from the deck of cups.
So, in every church there's a rectory where it's supposed to be the place where the pastor or whoever runs the church calls home. But the thing about this particular community is they're always willing to help those in need out however they can. And so the rectory is where my character actually lives.
Amber, this is so good. I love this.
And that's yeah, so it's modest, right? I mean, I try to rattle open the doors to the church, but they don't open. It's like they've been barred from the inside, and it's like, ah, shit, okay. But why would I do that? That's not the normal way I would go into the rectory anyway. Pat, as I'm like, okay, hold on. Yeah, no, I do live here. I'm not here for a service. This is home. This is, it's probably something like, well, I guess I can't speculate until I actually draw the cards and see what they tell me. But, yeah, no, this is, churches and places of worship were meant to be homes and refuges and shelters for the downtrodden. And I think I only came here because of having nowhere else to go. And so, as I go around back to the entrance of the rectory, aha, Jen, well, again, the church was struck by lightning. It's probably closed while they go through renovations. Or what are they trying to keep from coming in? No, all right, let me draw these cards. But yeah, so, I mean, there's probably like a well-worn path that leads from the front of the church to the rectory around back. It goes through some bushes. There's there's azalea bushes that line the path that, at least kind of give the, this little entryway like a bit more of a homey feel, a bit more welcoming.
Sure.
Oh, damn, I just revealed that I didn't have one card I was looking for. Okay, so. Alright, let me. Hold on, my hands are feeling very dry. So, first card is. Oh, alright. 10 of Cups. There you go.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. 10 of Cups. So the main imagery on this card are 2 people bound together by their braids. They're standing hand in hand underneath an arch of the 10 cups. Again, as we've seen in previous cards, arch imagery can be portals into a new portals into like a new time of life. It can be, symbolizing like a ceremony or a ritual. And the cups themselves are actually half full. So, they are, or they're half empty, depending on the way you want to look at it.
That's a cool detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the 2 people, surrounding the 2 people on the center of the card, sorry, my hands are super dry.
Okay, that's good lotion. I have to use the thick stuff.
Good old Aveeno Daily Moisturizing. So, yeah. So, and then there's oh, shut up. Bushes, flower bushes, similar to azalea
Stop.
bushes. So
Mm-hmm. Cool. That's
the
cool.
cards always know what they're talking about, Sam. They always know.
Yep.
So yeah, that is 10 of cups. And then where did I there's my major arcana, so this is what's going to
Would you like me to read the 10 of cups?
Yes, please, while I
Right.
shuffle.
Sweet. So, you open a drawer to find a journal. What does the final page say?
The final page? Oh man. Okay. All right. Okay. Guess what I pulled?
I'm so nervous.
Guess what
I'm
I
so
pulled?
scared. What did you? The tower. Yes! Oh my god, that card is beautiful.
Yes. Oh my god, it's probably my favorite tower depiction I've seen.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, gosh.
It
had to.
It had to.
We were just talking about
Yeah.
it.
So this tower. Oh my god. Shit. It's the tower is always struck by lightning, Sam. The tower is always struck by lightning.
Oh.
I had to get out of the chair. So
I love games. Cool, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
so the tower
Yeah.
is in the storm. It has been struck by lightning, and it's literally on fucking fire.
Perfect. Good. Feeling great about this one.
Roses are falling from the tower itself, with the petals dancing around it, and an array of life meeting its end, and also the beauty and destruction, right? And there's a very very craggy, rocky bottom here. You know, whatever were to fall out of the tower would meet a very bad demise. But okay, all right. So,
Oh boy.
this journal, yeah, I finally make it into the rectory. There's an extra spare set of keys underneath the mat, as always.
Sweet.
You know, so I make it in and go, like, and that feeling of, like, that, like, bit of anxiety, like, when, hold on, I'm trying to find it. Like, that feeling of, like, okay, comfort, like, yes, this is home. I know this bit. Kind of similar to, the toy store, right? Where it's like, okay, this familiarity. Like, I know this place. I know this is where I rest my head at night. This is where I spend a lot of my time. But, you know, there's something wrong here. Like, there's definitely an aura, not necessarily of creepiness, but, like, something has been disrupted here. And, you know, there's, you know, given that the front doors were barred, you know, it makes sense given, like, the damage on the front of the building and how, you know, there's like, you know, probably the roof at the front actually is, like, singed and, like, you know, probably a big chunk of it caught on fire too. I mean,
Sure.
So yeah, it makes sense why the church would be closed in the front, but, you know, there's, like, this, like, walking into the rectory, there's, like, this, like, kind of, like, that dank smell of, like, burnt, like, that, not dank, that, like, crisp smell of something burnt.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, and like, there's something else too, like, acrid, that feels unnatural, right? And but, you know, you push on to you know, this is a place that's meant for comfort, that's meant for peace.
Uh-huh.
So my character pushes through and, you know, closes the door, you know, almost instinctually, like kicks their shoes off as soon as they enter the rectory, and like places them neatly beside the door, closing it. And they go to the desk, like in like the, you know, front like living area, and what was it, 10 of cups, yeah, and there's, you know, start reading through just to see like spare IDs, whatever, you know, like a passport, something, just to be like, what's my name. And above it, everything, like at the very top, is like, you know, a ballpoint pen and you know, and a journal that just you know, just very simply and very, oh, you know what, it's probably like a leftover pastor's journal or whatever, like where pastors take their notes for sermons.
Cool. Love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, the script in this journal is very like, I think it starts out very like neat and legible, and you know, just somebody, you know, that feels familiar, like, okay, yeah, actually that's my handwriting. You know, if neat, legible, like there was time and care put into writing into the journal to log the thoughts. But as the pages turn and as I go forward to like figure out more, there's like, you know, Douglas appears at some point, like part of the way through. And the more Douglas appears, the more like hasty the handwriting gets. And finally on the last page of the journal, it starts, it's probably like in the middle of a sentence that was cut off from like the previous page. It starts, lightning storm in the forecast, but probably nothing to be worried about. We get storms here all the time. It's fine. It shouldn't interrupt anything. Douglas says not to worry anyway. I trust him implicitly, and I know he's only suggested this as a way to make things back to normal. He's my guiding light. I have to trust him.
Cool.
Or else
Great.
What do I have? And then it just stops. Yeah, there's...
Hate that.
Yeah.
Hate all of that. Ooh,
I told you I knew who he was.
Yeah, tower for sure. Great. Excellent.
Never
thoroughly invested.
Never trust anyone in cargo shorts is the moral of the story. It's 2022. Why are you wearing cargo shorts?
Yeah.
Unless you're like, you know, a lesbian. You're allowed to wear cargo shorts if you're a lesbian. Anyway. Oh shit. Next card. Hold on. I'm just gonna.
Yes.
Okay. Next card. Queen of Cups. Lots of face cards. Although I love that in this deck, all of the face cards are like technically faceless. Have you noticed that?
Oh, that's cool. No, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. So like the Queen of Swords like had like was a goose. The Knight of Pentacles had their face like in a book. And the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups has her face made of stars.
Oh, I like that one. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she is crowned in stars and dripping with stars. kind of representing her power and like how much she shines and draws people to her. The Queen of Cups sits on Venus's clamshell, representing like emerging from the depths. Also modicum of beauty there, but also the Queen of Cups has 3 fish at the bottom of her clamshell. And fish represent fluidity. Oh, Arc Dragon Breath, thank you so much for the raid. Holy shit, 10 viewers. That's a lot.
Hey,
thank you so much. Welcome. We're playing Anamnesis by Sam, who is here with us tonight. She wrote this game. It is a tarot, it's a solo tarot journaling game, but I'm writing this story live, baby.
And it's very good.
Yeah.
I am very invested.
So we're doing Queen of Cups for this particular prompt. So the thing about fish is, they in tarot, they generally represent not only fluidity but also like creativity too. So thank you so much for this Prime sub, Arc Dragon Breath. Thank you. What were y'all doing before you raided in? But also, okay, one final thing. The Queen of Cups does hold her cup. Oh my god, she's also salt baying if you look a little closely. Yeah, see? Oh wait, you can't.
It's okay.
See how she's like doing salt bay right there?
Okay.
So Queen of Cups also holds a cup that is adorned with the finery, the nicer things in life, like pearls and gems and everything. So sorry, I love the imagery on this Queen of Cups card so much.
It's pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah, it's a cool deck. Yep. Okay, ready?
I just read the prompt. Yeah, go ahead. Tell the people at home.
Okay. The Queen of Cups. You find a tucked away sketchbook and flip through its pages. What does the cover look like? What is inside?
1, Kettle Pot Gaming. Thank you so much for the follow. 2, okay. So I think right underneath that journal, that it's in my handwriting, there is a sketchbook that's in Douglas's handwriting. Clearly he left it here for safekeeping, or maybe I think he lives here too. I think he lives with me. I think we live together. Yeah, no, of course if we live together, of course our stuff would be mixed up together. There's, looking around, it's like, oh fuck, wait, I mentioned Douglas, and he's like, he moved in here with me. I didn't move in with him. He moved in with me. He took over this space with me. And there's other pieces of his clothing kind of strewn about. So it's clear, despite the damage done to the church in the front half, like, people are still living here.
Sure.
But in this sketchbook, I think there are, like, on the front, like the cover of the sketchbook, it's that standard like yellow sketchbook that has like the hand on it that, like, you can get like any, the quintessential.
Yes, definitely had one of those for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to like figure out how to phrase this without being so, like, obviously this is the bad guy.
Hey, halfway through Act 3,
Yeah, that's true.
Go for it.
I'm trying not to be ham-fisted. I like a little bit of subtlety.
Sure. Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So the cover of this sketchbook is adorned with, like, standard, like, edgy boy imagery, like little devil skull, like little devil horns, and like, like 666, and it's like, blah, blah, blah. And like pentacles, like upside down, and like, just, but they look like idle doodles and not like anything that was done consciously, right? Like,
Sure.
I'm edgy. Nobody understands me. I listen to Linkin
Uh-huh.
Park, you know, like.
Yeah.
I listen to Linkin Park and I think I'm a Satanist, you know. Like, we all had that phase. Hot Topic Douglas, shut up.
Hot. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, I think I have my.
That's the shop that's across from the toy store.
Once you graduate from toys, you go get your anime figurines at the Hot Topic across the way.
Oh no.
No,
Yep.
that's not the canon. That's not the canon. But I think also there's like broken lantern imagery too. So yeah, so that's the cover of the sketchbook, but on the inside it's less like drawings or doodles or whatever. It looks like more plans, like concrete plans for things. And like, you know, the way people kind of keep a journal of like their tarot spreads, or they keep a journal of like, you know, like particularly witchy people will keep like a journal of like, you know, spells they've done and stuff. This is his like visual depiction of rituals that he's done. And so, you know, each subsequent page is like another ritual, but it's like, you know, like trying out like, oh yeah, like a fucking, you know, get rich quick ritual. And all right, there's like notes, it didn't work. There's like a there's you know, there's like a, you know, pwn your bullies ritual, you know, something like that. Which kind of works. There's like notes like, you know, so and so stuck in hospital, blah, 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 with dates. But I think the final page of this is like notes. There's like a printout of like the weather forecast for the week, and with lightning storm like being like circled and highlighted on one particular day, and like arrows like, okay, this is the day. And he's, in some cases he like some cases it's written in English, in other cases it's like in, you know, he's made up his own like language, his own glyphs. So I can't understand, but it yeah, it's outlining something about like trees and pomegranates and, you know, you know, there's moments of like apples and snakes too, with but you know, question marks all over the place, like it's, you know, but yeah, I think this is like his, you know, sketchbook of like visually planning how like certain rituals are gonna go. Ironic that this is being conducted in a church.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, I almost dropped the book game. All right. Oh fuck! I didn't even draw a Major Arcana card. I was so invested in this. I had so many ideas.
Sometimes you don't need one.
Well, it's fine because I drew the High Priestess again, which also tracks. I think it fits with that.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so too.
He's very, very, very clear on like what his intent is. I think my character takes a minute to like look to see if there's like a key to his glyphs or whatever, and she finds it. Oh.
Sure.
All right, yeah, there she, whatever, she, they. They find it and end up translating like sacrifice, reset time, reset memories, kind of thing. Yeah,
Shirts unrelated.
unrelated.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. Yeah. So, last but not least, for cups.
Yeah.
Shut up. Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be 3 of cups. I thought it was going to be 3 of
Uh-huh.
cups, and I was like, oh, this is going to take a different
Uh-huh.
It's 4 of cups.
Okay.
Yeah. So 4 of cups here. We have one person
Oh.
standing. Oh my god, not the tree. Holy shit.
That's yeah.
The person
Whoa.
they're bound to the tree by their hair as a tucked in a braided rope. They're like sitting with their arms crossed, like they're resting against the tree. Almost like in worried oh yes, actually that is what 4 of cups is about, is like, being worried.
It kind of makes me think of the very, like, how you opened this game against the tree in the park.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 glasses that are half full, or since this person appears to be like in contemplation and in repose, maybe they're half empty, and the fields behind them are barren. So Hot Topic Douglas is definitely going to be my next tattoo. No, I'm joking. All right, so go ahead.
We're getting a lot of like book related stuff, which is really interesting. 4 is a book on your shelf catches your eye. Which book is this?
I don't know yet. Let's see what the cards have to say.
Yeah. And if you get stuck, you can always take a different prompt.
You're right. We'll see what major arcana I pull. I think I have an idea.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to see what major arcana I pull to see if it confirms.
Sure.
Shuffling cards is so soothing.
Yeah.
Okay. The Hermit again. Which gave me the lantern imagery in the first place. Oh man.
Cool. Welcome. Welcome back. Decided to rejoin the party.
Yeah. So. Oh. Okay. I know what this is.
Awesome.
A book on your shelf catches your eye. Which book is this? The weight of that pocket watch in my pocket is felt again. It's like it throbs. And so I pull it out and look at it and rub my thumb again instinctually on that lantern. And my eyes dart immediately over to our shared bookshelf. And there's there's Crying in H Mart. There's Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. There's a mixture of things, but I think the thing that catches my eye is a book that has a lantern on the spine, and instantly I feel again that pull in my gut, that instinctual that base, okay, actually this is where I need to go, this is what's lighting my way. And it is a book that I recognize as something that has hold on. It is a book that I have kept with me for many years. It's one that I always come back to in times of need and crisis. It's not like a self-help book, but it's like a it tells the story of a young woman so desperate to find herself in others and to find completion in herself and others, when really that completion needed to come from within. The pages are worn and yellowed. There's bits of those pages that are like fraying from years of being thumbed through, and you know, there's notes in the margins from, and actually it's like, you know, when you like wear a book down so much that it like starts to fluff up a little bit. It's very that. So yeah, I think I take a minute to like look over the book and like look through the pages and like find, there's like a specific note that maybe there's like a specific line that I've underlined. It says like, you know, it's like the grandpa in the story or whatever, right? And it says, you know, talking to the main character, like passing of wisdom, but like there's a line that says like, don't let the flashy promises of others deceive you. Find the light within yourself and follow that path. Flashiness is fleeting. But your own illuminated glow is forever. Yeah, it's like underlined and like this, like a heartbreaking like little doodle in there. But yeah, that's there it is.
Wow, I got some chills from that. Oh man, wow, you really tied that together. That's awesome. That's really cool. I love that.
Thank you.
Do you think?
Well,
go ahead. Do you think the pocket watch was a gift to yourself? Maybe you don't know yet.
I don't know yet. I think you just wrinkled my brain, because I had a different thought about the pocket watch altogether.
Yeah.
But I think you just wrinkled my brain. Okay. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's all was revealed in the final act.
Maybe.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's swords. Where's cups?
Oh, I love all this like light and lantern and all that imagery going on here.
I like finding a theme and then just milking it.
Yeah, hey, it's going great so far. So
even though literally 20 minutes ago, it's like, I like subtlety. No, but you know, whatever. Subtlety and details, but hitting you over the head with the theme.
Perfect.
But go ahead.
Are you ready for Act 4?
Yes. Let me let me shuffle this particular deck while you introduce us to Act 4.
Great. This one is brief. Act 4. You have learned much about yourself. Take some time to reflect. Draw 3 cards from the deck of wands.
You have learned much about yourself. Take some time to reflect. Draw 3. Okay. All right.
I'm excited. This is
wands.
Definitely one of my favorite acts, if not my favorite act. So
it really ties the room together. All right. So this one speaks to me. This one and this one. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to press. It started with like the ears popping again, and then stay indoors, kids. All right, so
You ready?
yeah. Ooh, 3 of Wands. Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Actually, this is a really cool image too. It's a person standing
I
alone.
like that. Yeah.
2 braids extending long down behind them. They do have 3 tall wands, like standing as tall and firm as they are. One of them is actually clutched in their hand, like their own little bow staff, and they have 3 crows circling the sky. So 3 of Wands. That is where we are.
Perfect. 3 of Wands. There is somewhere in town that beckons you. Which place is this? Do you travel there?
Let's see what the Major Arcana have to say. I pulled the Empress again.
Okay. There you go. Hello. Welcome back.
Yes, she's here. Yeah, I think as risky as it is to go back to Apple Tree Toys, there is that place across the street that had the intact lantern hanging above.
Sure.
Because Douglas clearly has a tie to that toy store, and the more I think I've reflecting on that journal, there's I think I saw an entry that said like I met Doug, oh, we had a new guy at work today, Douglas, like he sounds so interesting, he talks about things that people don't normally talk about in this town, so sorry, I just had that idea of like filling in the blank of like who he is.
Yeah, sure.
But across the street there's actually you think for a deeply religious town, clearly that is here, that a tarot reader wouldn't post up, but she's there, and she
Cool.
I think for every religious town, there's still that element of like mysticism and that element of like the esoteric that people are like drawn to and intrigued by. So that is a place that I would go to every once in a while for comfort, for like almost like therapy, but without like the psychoanalysis,
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Place to get direction.
Yes. Hence the lantern on top.
Hey, it's all tied together.
So the pieces are coming together, and I remember like looking over the lantern on the like spine of the book. I remember oh yeah, no, actually the tarot readers across the street, so that's always felt like home, like maybe she has some answers or something in there is gonna like trigger the rest of my memories of who I am. So I head over, on foot. I mean, everything in this town can be traveled by foot. You don't have to drive.
Awesome. Yep.
So, it's probably like a 10-minute walk. And I think the way the skies are going, it started clear and bright and sunny, but as the morning has gone on, clouds have rolled in from the south, with thick, heavy gray bottoms, that sag with the weight of rain yet to fall. The air is like muggy and kind of sticky, the way you only get like in those like absolute like minutes before the sky absolutely bursts. So I think there's definitely some like, okay, alarm going off. So I like run over to get over there before the rain starts. And the second the door closes behind me at the card reader shop, that's when the sky opens.
Wow.
And there's like a gentle like tinkling of the bell, where, you know, signaling my entry to the tarot reader shop. Yeah, so I go over there and I travel, and it's like, you know, it's the way the rectory is like very, you know, it's like homey and like that like homogenized like way, like the way the Christian way of making home, like, you know, it's this couch, there's like, you know, like a fucking like cross on the wall and like depictions of Jesus or whatever. But tarot reader shop is homey in the way that there's like, you know, cushions on the floor, there's always a soft place to sit, there's like, you know, the whistle of a tea kettle going off, there's, you know, tapestries draping over to like, you know, kind of fill empty gaps, and like the smell of probably just recently snuffed incense permeating the air. Yeah, you know, that
I
like
love
little
that detail.
Yeah. Sorry, I love that, like, my husband lights incense all the time just to be like, and I just love that, like, that, like, lingering bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's where I go.
Right.
It also makes a great place to reflect.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was three of wands. Okay. Next card is, damn, okay, 6 of wands. So there is a person on, oh my god, what is it? I know this word. It's in a Decemberist song. Hold on. It's in the Infanta. It is the first song on Picaresque. Here she come. Oh, here she come. And her palanquin. Yes, palanquin. She's on a fucking palanquin. Yes.
Whoa. Well done.
So being held aloft by, you know, 4 ladies in waiting, you know, making up 4 of the 6 wands. There's a wand that represents the base of the palanquin. I'm going to use that word now that I fucking remembered it. Thank you. Thank you, Colin Malloy, for helping me get my 1700 SAT.
Yes.
So, because that's when they had 1800 as the...
Oh, there you go. Hey.
So not reverse. We had the person on top has laurels as their head, and also like a wreath.
That's cool. Yeah.
So that is that is this particular card. This is someone obviously of importance, that is being supported by the community. So there's that. So 6 of wands.
6 of wands. Needing a distraction, you seek out some art. What type of art? Why are you drawn to it?
Okay. I have a couple of ideas, but we will see. Okay. Okay. I love this. The Fool.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's a really cool card.
The same, oh my god, yeah. So it's got the braided rope imagery that we've been seeing through a lot of the cards, but also this card has wings, like judgment and like the world.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out what was like on the back. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was wings.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Okay.
So the thing about the Fool in every depiction is they're always like on the precipice of something.
Right.
You know, they are, you know, they are about to leap headfirst into whatever journey they're embarking on. And I think that is actually the Fool, which is like the first card in the Major Arcana coming near the end of this game, is so beautiful to me.
That is cool.
So, all right. I think as soon as the tarot reader sees me like come in, she knows exactly what to do. Like there's like a worry in her brow. Her brows like her brows like fuse together and like, oh no, like, oh fuck, she went through with it. And
oh no.
So instantly she's like, let's take you, she takes me to like a reading room, not for a reading, but somewhere quiet and contemplative, and somewhere away from, you know, kind of like under her wing, you know. So she pulls out, she's like, you don't need a reading right now. That's not gonna help you. That's not gonna give you the answers you need. But maybe this will. And so she hands me like a hoop, like an embroidery hoop that already has Ida cloth in it. And it's like there's like a pattern like already halfway done, and she's just like, and she just says like, clear your mind, completely drain your thoughts. There's so much going on that you just need to rest your mind for a bit. And she like pats me on the head, plops me on like a cushion, and just like has me go. And it's almost like the pattern of the cross stitch like comes instinctually, like, oh, this was something I was working on before whatever happened. And it's like that meditative feel of like continually like stabbing and pulling and doing the cross stitching is like easing the sound of like radio static in my mind that has been present since I've woken up, and it's finally like turning the dial down so that things can start falling into place and becoming clear. And okay, actually, I like this. I think the image on like that's being cross-stitched is actually the Fool.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That feels right.
Yeah, and I like how, I mean, so I feel like the Fool and the Hermit go hand in hand. I think they're really wonderful, like, compliments to each other, where like the Fool is embarking on like the solo journey for self-discovery or whatever, and like, oh my god, we're going, and then like what happens with the Hermit is that's like a shadow of the Fool. Anyway, I could go on forever.
That's interesting. I never thought about it that way. I like that. Yeah.
Like the Hermit is like the Fool after they've gone on their journey and they've like learned. And we can talk offline because I could talk your ear off.
Yes, please. Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like instinctually like cross-stitching the Fool into this Ida cloth. And finally, like, the rest of the puzzle pieces start to come into place of, like, oh, fuck, like, Douglas moved in probably about Douglas moved to town about a year ago. and that's when I like first had this like feeling that I needed sorted. Oh, Skag, hello. There's like a feeling I needed sorted, and like you know, went to my my tarot reader for some guidance, and she like warned me at every meeting not to talk to him, not to talk to him, not to talk. But like, you know, that like defiant child in me is like,
Yep.
You can't tell me what to do. But like every reading, like the devil would come up over and over and over and over, and I'd be like, no. So, and I think that's why she gave me the Fool to work on.
That's really good. That's so good.
So, yeah, sorry. I know I like went off into a tangent. It's just like I had one thought.
This is great.
I had one thought and it was like
that's the best, honestly.
Yeah.
I like that the Fool isn't finished in the cross stitch, right? That you're like currently working on it, or maybe even finishing it while you're sitting here.
Listen, I have literally, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 3 unfinished knitting projects right now. So that's just
Amazing.
A little bit of art imitating life. So, all right, last card. Oh man, Knight of Wands. Oh, we've had knights in 3 of the 4 suits.
We did. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give Carly Rae Jepsen the sword. Okay, anyway. So, Knight of Wands is somebody literally bending over backwards and overexerting themselves. They have, but they firmly hold the wand in their left hand, and their wand is adorned with, oh shit, okay, the wand is actually on fire, so kind of like a you know, a baton, like a juggling baton, but also a really interesting thing to note, and I only know this because my husband, okay, this is a side tangent. My husband is a very, very, very proud union member, and has an obsession with union logos. And one of the Boilermakers unions logos has a salamander on it because salamanders are representative of fire. And so there's a salamander on this.
Oh, yes. That's cool. Yeah. I love that. I also like how as you mentioned before, all the face cards, you can't actually see the faces, and like their hair, I should say, is covering their face.
Yeah.
In this. Yeah.
And they could potentially get tangled up in those ropes. But yeah. Oh, and the hoop is on fire.
Ooh.
Yeah, did you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hoop is on fire.
Catch on fire.
Yeah.
Almost.
That
yeah.
girl is on fire. Okay, sorry. All right, so Knight of Wands.
Ooh, I think this is a good one I think this is a great one actually for like the just about hitting the end of the story. There is something you are desperate to learn. Which question haunts you? How do you seek this information?
Oh, dude, the devil.
Stop. No way. That is I think that's the best pull I've ever heard in this game. That's incredible. This is fine. I'm not gonna be thinking about this for a week. That's cool. That's real casual.
The VOD will be up. I will let you know so you can revisit this. There's something you were desperate to learn. What question haunts you? How do you seek this information? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. I mean, I know obviously the question has to be about Douglas, but like, okay.
I can...
Hold on.
If you're not sure, I can throw some stuff at you.
Yes, actually, I'm very interested. Yes.
Like, there's a lot centered around Douglas, right? So, like, what was his goal? How does he actually feel about you? Could it be two things to look into?
I was thinking along the same lines. Like, why would
Cool,
he
okay.
want to sacrifice me? What happened in our relationship
yeah.
that led to some kind of thing that went wrong? Some kind of ritual that went wrong. So I think, yeah, like, I think as I'm like stabbing the needle into the Ida cloth, like at one last time, and like it's like something clicks, and you know, as the memories are flooding back, like the memory of the ritual going wrong, and like, you know, the lightning hitting the steeple of the church, right as, you know, the ritual begins, and the church catching on fire, you know, probably falling, like cracking my head on the floor kind of thing, and you know, the knife in Douglas's hand as he was like cutting like the scars of like fallen angel wings on my back. Why? That's the question that comes to mind. The only question that comes to mind is just why. And I think I'm just like still just automatically just like wrote, like cross stitching and just staring directly at like the hoop with the imagery of the fool on it. I just gave myself chills. So, and I'm just like, why? Just like that. And the tarot reader, like, says, wait, how do I see? Yeah, that's how I'm seeking the information. Is I'm just wondering why. And she goes, why do people do anything? Why do we do anything? Why do we choose to harm other people except to exert power on those that we feel are weak and inferior? Darling, I could have told you that. I told you from the beginning, from the jump. That's how he saw you, but he tried to destroy you and clear your mind from everything that he could have possibly couldn't. He tried to make you his little plaything, and he couldn't, because you have that fire, that light within yourself that can't go out, that can't be extinguished. Darling, he ain't worth he's not worth your time. He's not worth your energy. But I hate to say it, you needed to follow your little plan through all the way to its disastrous end to make sure that you could start new, fresh, and start your own journey fresh. She's like, that very first reading I gave you, it had the devil, it had the tower, it had the fool, past, present, future. I could have told you, but it is what it is. But I'm glad you're safe, and I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. Oh my god, did I turn religious trauma into abuse trauma? Oh man, yeah I did. Fuck. Amber has issues. Issues. Sorry, the way I deal with discomfort is sorry.
No, this is great. I love this character of the tarot reader. They're really cool.
Yeah.
I really like them.
Yeah. Kind of like,
Yeah.
I think the tarot readers actually who gave her the book. I think the tarot reader's her grandma.
That's so good. Oh, wow.
I think the tarot reader's her grandma, yeah. And I think the tarot reader, I think her grandma's who gave her the pocket watch.
That's good too.
Hold on. Let's pretend I didn't just say that because, hold on. We have Act 5 to get through.
Oh, yeah. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Oh, go ahead.
Act 5 is different from the rest. There's nothing to prep ahead of time. And if it's okay with you, I'll just go ahead and read the whole act. So, Act 5. Your past may shape your experiences, your thoughts, your desires, but it does not define you. You are in control of your own path. The road ahead may be built from the stones that you've gathered, but these fragments of your past do not dictate where it leads. It is time to move forward. Return your shadow to the Major Arcana deck.
I've done so.
Then, excellent. The prompt for Act 5 is: choose one of the Major Arcana to represent your present self. Do not draw from the deck, choose freely among the cards. You are in charge of your own identity. Who are you? What do you do next? I'm so curious.
Contemplating a couple.
I've got a couple guesses, but I'm not confident in them, actually.
Actually, I went, so here's my thought process. Because I was like, okay, I could do the Magician, which is the card right after the Fool. It's the second card.
Yeah.
And so the Magician, of course, is like, okay, you have the tools of power and strength and all of creation before you, and you are here to really take the power into your own hands and create your own destiny. Which I feel like makes sense, but this is not ultimately what I'm going with. I mean, but I love the narrative thought of like, okay, we've had all this Fool imagery, right? And this is the card directly after.
Sure.
Oh yeah, here's the Magician in this deck.
Nice.
Yeah, it's their head is a big bouquet. The wand and the sword are crossed. They still, like, at the point of each of the crosses, they have, you know, the cup and the coin.
Yeah.
And the Magician actually holds a candle representing their own internal flame.
Cool. Excellent. But not the Magician.
Not the Magician. I also thought about strength.
Okay.
Head of a lion.
Ooh,
holding, you know, loud, roaring, yelling.
Yeah.
And, like, that was, like, the first thought I had, actually, was this. But I felt like this particular character isn't one to be loud and boisterous and like, overt with their strength and their power.
Sure.
I think this character actually is the Hermit.
Great.
The other side of the coin from the Fool, as we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah. That was gonna be my guess. Yeah.
This character is the Hermit. After everything they've been through, after diving in blindly and not heeding any warnings given to them.
Yeah.
they've learned their lesson, and they've learned to love, they've learned to lose, they've learned to fail, and they've learned to succeed, and they've come out the other side maybe a little bit colder because of it.
Sure.
But they know resolutely that the only person that can truly light their path and move forward is themselves. And I think, actually, what you said to me earlier resonated with me about who actually gave me the pocket watch. And I think this time the pocket watch in their pocket feels like it's absolutely burning to be opened. They pull it out, rub their thumb against that engraving a couple more times, and then finally open it. And there's an inscription on the inside that says, don't forget who can really light the way. Actually, it says, to myself, don't forget who can really light the way. XO. Martha.
Oh.
And yeah, that's it.
That was awesome. Amber, that was so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's ANAMNESIS.
That's ANAMNESIS for ya. Wow, Amber, that was so cool. I'm like, your storytelling is incredible. You've really got a talent for like improvising storytelling like that and painting like really vivid imagery just off of the top of your head. I was really into it the whole time. That was awesome. That was really cool. I love how it all tied together with the name and the light and the book and all of that.
Well, none of this would have been possible without your game, you know? I just use my trauma. But truly, as said at the beginning of the game, tarot is a mirror, and it reflects exactly what you're feeling on the inside and brings it out. But no, this is really cool. This is a fabulous game. I'm so blessed to have been given this opportunity to play it with you, Sam, and to, you know, and to bring the story to life that wasn't told before, and really create some cool moments. So thank you for empowering this.
Thank you for hosting this and for doing this. I'm delighted to be here with you and be able to like see you go through it. And this was awesome. Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, of course. So let me tie this up. So actually, what was your favorite moment? Let me ask you.
Oh, I mean, drawing the devil at the end there was really good. That one, that's a little hard
on
to
the
top.
Nose.
Was pretty, yeah. I mean, that was like a perfect card draw. I liked that. I really liked the idea that you wove into it about, you know, your own internal guiding light, and how that is more like, it's not flashy, but it's like it's always present, it's consistent, and you just, you know, have to foster it and believe in it and carry it with you.
Yeah.
And I love how that tied into the Hermit and how it kind of carried through to the end. That was definitely, I think, my favorite part of like the story as a whole.
Yeah. when I drew the lovers at the top, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna do some real we're gonna
Uh-huh.
I knew it was not gonna be a happy story.
That was, yeah, the different people when they play this, they give more or less attention to the shadow. So it was interesting to hear a playthrough of it where you really like kept with that through the whole game. Because I don't think I can't remember a playthrough where it was like so kind of consistently like such a solid part of the past, like that really deeply rooted into the entire story. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Cool. This is such an honor to hear that from you.
Thank you.
I've been like very like, Sam is so cool for like I say like it's just I thank you for writing this game. It's very
Thanks for playing it. Yeah. Thanks for like the kind of energy and the time and the care that you put into the story. I was so delighted to be here for it.
Ooh, okay. So I don't know how to tie this up. So I've always been bad at conclusions. Let's do this. If you loved this game, if you loved Anamnesis and seeing the way my brain put this together, and you want to give it a try on your own, please go to naveofcups.com, where you can use code. Oh, hold on. I think it's. Do I have? Fuck. I thought I had a chat command. God damn it. Hold on.
Oh no.
I know I have a chat command. Oh my god. I can't type anything. Hold on. I have a chat command that's like, hey, this is my code. Use code this. Where did it go? Hey, Sam, can you vamp for a second?
Yeah, sure. Knave of Cups helped put together the stream. They're kind of the ones that connected Amber and I, and they're awesome. So they carry Anamnesis, but they also carry a ton of other really great games. One of them is written by Ao, who is one half of Knave of Cups, and they wrote a game called Welcome to the Habit Trails, which Amber and Ao are playing on stream in 2 weeks. Was it?
On the 21st, I believe.
Awesome. I'm super excited about it because Welcome to the Habit Trails is really, really cool. It's another tarot game, and it's awesome. But they also have a ton of other games by all sorts of other indie TTRPG designers. They also have the tarot deck that Amber played with, and they've got other cool stuff too. I got a couple of decks of playing cards from them a little bit ago, that look awesome. They just have a lot of really, really unique and fun to look at stuff, like stuff that I didn't know existed. So I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. I just like their shop. I think it's really cool. I think they're doing good work and it's run by good people. And yeah, so it was a delight when they reached out and were like, hey, do you guys want to do this? And we were like, yes, of course we do. And it's been a delight to like be on stream with Amber and like that's been awesome, and it's been great being able to chat with you and be able to do this together. And we should absolutely chat more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like for sure.
Yeah. Fuck. The brain cell is merged now. You've been on the stream with me long enough that I have infected you. So yes, Brent did bring up, thank you, Brent, in chat for refreshing my little promo. If you use code 10 of Swords, which I brought up as my card, if you use code 10, number 10 of Swords, at checkout at naveofcups.com, you can get $5 off your $25 purchase. So
cool.
I think this is a good place for us to wrap up.
Yeah,
So
that sounds good.
let me first. Okay, I know where we are going to be raiding into. Um, well, I want, yeah, we'll raid into to my friends over at Homie and the Dude who are streaming some UFC right now, which is like I know thematically different, but I'm literally thematically very different. But hear me out. I'm recording with them in the morning, so it's like, oh, okay.
Hey, nice.
Um,
Yeah.
so, um, oh my god, I have to remember my outro. Fuck, it has been so long since I streamed. Okay, all right. Thank you so much for making it here today. And oh, here it is. Thank you so much for making it here today, and I'm very proud of you for making it here to today, Saturday, December 10th, 2022. You are wanted, you are loved, and you are needed. And tonight it's by me and Sam. We love and want and need you so much. We're so happy you're here and for making it here. Congrats again to Give Me a Duck username for winning the giveaway. We are very excited to connect you with AO to get your gift card to you. But let's send those same like good vibes, the good weird shit vibes into our friends over at Homie and the Dude. Excuse me, where yes, they are in fact streaming UFC, but listen, it's just this guy and his dad. Bodhi and his dad are very good people. And they make me cry all the time. So thank you so much for being here, Sam. Thank you for spending your night with me.
Thank you.
It has been an honor.
This was delightful. Yeah. Thanks for doing it. Thanks for hosting it. Thanks for all of it. It's been great.
We're gonna do it.
And thanks everybody for coming.
Yeah. Bye. Anamnesis. And I'm purchase Anamnesis, but also bye. All right, we hold on. Right now. Let me hit right now. God. All right. Hold on. I'm waiting until it connects. So we're still technically live, but I'm just
all right.
waiting until the connect goes through.
Perfect. Excellent.
Holy shit. Oh, there we are. Okay, we're stop streaming.